Hi, we have to continue with environmental biotechnology and environmental microbiology. And here we are talking about the biotechnology and the environment, that how we can use biotechnology in environment. We have to talk in detail, and in our previous classes we have talked about the various techniques which can be used for the improvement of environment, for the cleaning of environment, as well as for the betterment of the environment. So we have to talk that how bioremediation is used depends on. We know that bioremediation is the process in which we are using any type of the microorganism or plant, protozoa or fungus for the cleaning of the environment. So in bioremediation, what is contaminant? First of all, regarding that bioremediation, before initiating or applying any bioremediation technique, that we are selecting what is the contaminated, what is its location, where it has been happened, what is the soil structure, what is the environment, what is the moisture content, what is the substance over there, either that is soil, that is air, that is water, or that is sand. So on type of chemicals that need to be cleaned up, that which type of chemical or which type of approach will be suitable to remove that pollutant from that environment. Thirdly, we are looking at the concentration of the contaminants, amount and duration, that what is the concentration. If there is higher concentration of the contaminant, we are selecting strategy accordingly. If concentration is low, we are selecting strategy accordingly. And how much time can be required for the depletion or for degradation of that particular pollutant in that particular environment. So chemicals in environment, sewage, byproducts of medicines and food we eat, such as estrogen, birth control pills, and caffeine, products around the houses, perform fertilizers, pesticides, and medicines, industrial waste, and agricultural waste. So these things are present mostly in environment, and these all things must be remediated, biologically remediated, because these are pollutants. They survive in environment for longer time and can cause negative impact in ecological systems as well as in environment, especially sewage material. If it will not digested or degraded or decomposed in environment, it will produce various type of conditions which can facilitate for the growth of the pathogenic microorganisms, as well as many more and other things which are supposed perfumes and fertilizers and pesticides and medicines. These contain some xenobiotic type of the components, which can live in environment for longer time, and this will be a component of the any environmental component such as air or water or crops. These can cause long-term negative consequences in food chain as well as in life. And industrial, such as industries, they are producing products. Same time, they are industries are producing waste material which contains xenobiotics, elementals, recalcitrants, carcinogenic components. If these will go into the environment, these can negatively infect the environment. So these must be remediated before uh, disposing to the environment. Similarly, agriculture, mostly agriculture contain organic material. Organic materials are naturally present, and these can be degraded and decomposed easily, because this process is going from long to nature, and microbial communities, fungal communities are uh, adopted to produce such type of enzymes which can degrade uh, agricultural waste. Fundamentals of cleanup reactions: microbes can convert many chemicals into harmless compounds. How? This question has been clearly answered in our previous lecture and previous classes. If you have gone through that, microbes are producing enzymes, these enzymes acting on substrates and converting them into harmless compounds or into elemental structures. And we know very well that in environment there are numerous type of microbial communities are present, and every type of microbial community have capability to produce specific type of enzymes, and every substance which is present in soil will work as a substrate for the enzymes, and a cascade of reactions takes place. If there is a one pollutant which is going to be decomposed, if one species producing one type of enzyme which breaks it from one place and it forms into another component, these bicomponents and compounds are broken down by other enzymes which are produced by other microbial communities. So, if the environment is aerobic or anaerobically, if environment aerobic, if air is present in that environment, the aerobic reactions will take place, and aerobic microbial populations will decompose that component into less harmful compound or uh, less harmful compound, or completely they will degrade it. If environment is anaerobic microbial communities are there. These are producing enzymes in anaerobic environment, and they are decomposing those components which are very hard or recalcitrant to degradation. Both involve oxidation and reduction reaction, either that is aerobic condition, either that is anaerobic condition. In both, oxidation and reduction reactions are taking place, which you have learned in detail in previous classes as well as in chemistry classes, oxidation and reduction phenomena. Fundamentals of cleanup reactions: oxidation and reduction reactions. Oxidation involves the removal of one or more electrons. So we have to understand here, oxidation involves the removal of one or more electrons. Reduction involves the addition of one or more electrons. If any substance is going to break down, there is valencies and bonds and sites will be open where any compound, where any element can be added. If in result of breakdown of any compound, that oxygen removes from any electron removes from that compound, that is called oxidation. If any compound getting any electron from other things from environment, that is called a reduction. Oxidizing agent is again electrons, and reducing agent is lose electrons. Oxidizing agent is gain electrons. We should understand this thing clearly. Oxidizing agent is gain electrons, and reducing agent is loss of electrons. The reactions are usually coupled, and the paired RX reactions are known as redox reactions. Aerobic and anaerobic biodegradation. Aerobic: oxygen is reduced to water and the organic molecules such as petroleum, sugar are oxidized. Aerobic: oxygen is reduced or water to water and organic molecules such as petroleum, sugars are oxidized. In anaerobic, an inorganic compound is reduced and the organic molecules are oxidized, such as nitrate is reduced and sugar is oxidized. Note: Many microbes can do both aerobic and anaerobic respiration, which is called facultative condition, the process which produces the most ATP is used first. The players metabolizing microbes site usually contain a variety of microbes, which we talked in a couple of slides before, closest to the contaminant, anaerobic, anaerobes, farthest away, aerobes. The most common and effective bacteria are the endogenous microbes, such as Pseudomonas in soil. Whenever pollutant is going into an environment, into soil, the existing microbial populations, they are getting either they have ability to cope that situation, to utilize, to break down that contaminant into its basic elements, or they are getting adaptation with passage of time and with availability of the substrate. They are using contaminant as an energy source and degrading that compound or pollutant into its basic elemental form. Fungus and algae are also present in the environment and do a good job for cleaning up. Chemicals, fungi do it better than bacteria, such as we can see here for petroleum component such as benzene. If this is contaminant source such as petroleum spills and methanogenic bacteria, first they will decompose it and they will convert into it, and sulfate reducing bacteria will decompose it, and iron reducing bacteria they will decompose further it, nitrate reducing anaerobes will decompose it, and gradually it will convert into a non-toxic form. Bioremediation genome program stimulating bioremediation add fertilizers, nutrient enrichment to stimulate the growth of endogenous microorganisms, adding bacteria or fungus to assist endogenous microbes is known bioaugmentation or seeding. So bioremediation genomic program is that we have to stimulate the existing microbial population by providing nutrients and fertilizers. We will increase the population, endogenous microbial population. If endogenous microbial population will increase, the need of the nutrients and energy requirement will also increase, and they will use for energy purpose the available pollutant as a energy purpose. Therefore, this process and this technique is called bioaugmentation or seeding. Phytoremediation. Here is typing mistake. I think phytoremediation utilizing plants to clean up chemicals. In this technique, we are using plants. We are growing plants in contaminated soil. What happens gradually? The plant they are absorbing pollutants into its aerial part as well as in root, in leaves. So what happens? Pollutant from soil it is coming into the plants and lives away from human and globe and from other living organisms for longer time. And such type of technique, phytoremediation type of technique, we are using in heavy metal contamination, because whenever heavy metal spill or accident is there, there is only source by which we can remove or we can clean up soil, that is phytoremediation. We are growing plants over there, and the plant they will absorb pollutant into its aerial parts, and it will live in plant form, in wood form for longer time. For example, cottonwood, popular juniper trees, grasses, alfalfa. It is the phytoremediation technique. It is low cost, low maintenance, and it adds beauty to the site. So sometimes such techniques, phytoremediation technique is used as a buffer zone wherever we are keeping feedlots or manures or any other things or water treatment plants at surrounding of that field, at surrounding of that system. We are growing plants. What doing plants? They are absorbing all pollutants and accumulating it biologically. They are fixing these pollutants in as organic form and keeping away for longer time from environment. So phytoremediation, which the phenomena of the phytoremediation we can see in wetlands. Cleanup site and strategies. So we must have to see which site we have to clean, and according to the site we have to adopt a strategy. So understand this thing clearly. Where contamination occurred, we have to clean that site. We first have to check that which type of that site is, either that have water, that have sand, that have forest, that have agriculture soil, which type of site. According to that, we have to adopt a strategy to clean or to remove the pollutant from that environment. Do the chemicals pose a fire or explosive hazard? We first have to see that the pollutant that can have ability to catch the fire or that can be explosive hazard. So if the chemical have ability to catch fire or that have explosive potential, we have to adopt strategy accordingly. For this, we cannot adopt any biochemical, microbiological activity or strategy, microbiological strategy, or we cannot adopt any chemical strategy. Just we have to adopt any physical strategy, and we have to keep the site away from the exposure of the people. We have to circle or close that place for certain time. Do the chemicals pose a threat to human health, including the health of cleanup workers? What happened at Chernobyl to workers? So Chernobyl accident, we know, which was an explosive of the nuclear plant in Russia. So we have to think that the chemical which has been spilled over there, that have any health concern. If the people will work over there, there will be some negative impact on the health of the workers, as it was happened in Chernobyl. So if such type of threat is there, we have to adopt strategy accordingly, because we have to save the uh, health of workers as well as other individuals as well as environment. Was the chemical released into environment through a single incident, or was there a long-term leakage from a storage container? So we also have to check this condition. Either that was a sudden spill of the contaminant or toxic material, or that was gradually was leaked into the environment. Where did the contamination occur? We have to check the again location. Is the contaminated area at the surface of the soil, below ground? Does it affect water? So we have to check either that oil that spill has been, that contaminant is on surface, is it on underground, or maybe it have get access to the ground water aquifers. How large is the contaminated area? We also have to check these things. Soil cleanup either remove it ex situ or in situ in place system. We can adopt two type of strategies. Either we have to take this pollutant away from this place to treatment site, either we have to treat this pollutant at that site where it happened. So we will talk uh, in this strategy in our second talk. Thank you very much.